Good afternoon, everybody. Dwangler here for the February 9th, 2020 edition of the pregame. Today we'll be looking at the previous week's gameplay in the Classic Teleport Paintball League, as well as the upcoming week of gameplay, as we only have 2 more weeks of gameplay left in this first trial season. We'll also have a special thank you and a quick interview with Zizuar from FSO. Stay tuned. Alright, last week in Classic Teleport Paintball League action, we had 4 exciting regular season games followed up by 1 special challenge. Let's start at the top. We had a 4 vs 4 match on Quarry that pitted West Division versus East Division. Even with the home team advantage, West Division could not overcome the sneaky flag scoring nature of that East Division, giving up a loss of 3 flags to 0 to East Division, and giving East Division 7 points to mark up on the boards there, putting them again officially in the lead for the season. The next games, we had 3 vs 3 capture the flag on River. There was 2 of these games last week. One was North vs South, which ended in a 1-1 tie, and a East vs West, which ended in a 3-0 win for East. Again, their sneaky flag scoring witchcraft. I don't know what's going on there, but good work, East Division. Then we had a 2 vs 2, which was again East Division versus South. East Division had a lot of games this week, and they swept them all, with East Division taking a 22-50 win in that 2 vs 2 game, which had Diamond and Sympology for East Division and Zizuar and Castor on South Division. I streamed that game, and that was an exciting game. Then we did have a challenge, and that was actually our only streamed game last week, so watch it, it's out there. The challenge was Diamonds versus M24 for East Division versus South. Now this was Diamonds' challenge, and it was supposed to be a team battle on Quarry. However, the games they played were Capture the Flag. No one scored any flags and they tied. So at this point, there's no points awarded for that, but we're waiting to see if they are going to reschedule that match and do it again. And that was last week in review for the Classic Teleport Paintball League. This coming week in the Classic Teleport Paintball League action brings you 1 scheduled game at this point, which is a 2 vs 2 team battle on River, which pits East Division versus West Division, Wednesday at 6 p.m. This game will be streamed by Zizuar on Twitch. Stay tuned for updates on the other games and when they will be streaming and being played. We also have Valentine's Day coming up here. That may slow down some games. Not banking on it, but yeah. Now I'd like to take a minute here to say a thank you. And this is what we would like to say thank you for. Thank you, Rec Room, for at least giving us a signboard to help fend off the Walker invasion. Even though you just gave them auto run, this seems fair for us teleporters. Thank you for the board. Right. Welcome back, everybody. Dwangler here in the War Room with Zizuar, captain of the South Division and founder of
The South shall rise. FSO.
Get old. FSO. Now, what does that stand for? Everybody keeps asking. Why don't you tell
Well, and whether it's gonna always say this name, I don't know. I've had some other suggestions thrown at me. It'll always have the same initials, I'll say that. But it currently stands for the Federation Simulation Organization, which is nostalgic to a group I started. It's the transformed group I started in 1997. There was a Star Trek role-playing league, the Star Trek role-playing group. We had about 12 IRC live-action simulations and text.
Oh God!
A couple of play by email.
Most
couple of play by email.
Probably don't know what that is, but that was the early stages of the fun internet.
It was what we did for fun before you had MMOs.
Yep. Well, it was also a great place to go download all sorts of stuff.
Oh yeah. Oh, I think I got my first naughty picture on there.
Yeah.
Yep. I did.
I did it back before that to the old BBS systems. You sit there and you're downloading that one picture for 2 days in a row with no use of your phone lines on dial-up.
now you're just showing your age, Dwingler.
Yep. I remember the first 4 It was such an upgrade from the Commodore.
I remember that. You got mail.
Or the, don't pick up that phone, I'm in the middle of a game.
Or you pick up the phone and it's just like...
Yeah, put it down really quickly. I hope I didn't just knock someone offline. Oh, it happens constantly. So, hey, let's...
hang on, we can't process your card. We can't process your card yet.
To the league for a sec. So, I don't know if you watched the last week's episode, but... circling around to the...
There's an episode last week?
Yeah, there was. And Al was talking some trash there on that 1v1 challenge you issued there. So...
oh, really?
Yeah, what do you see the outcome?
She's not willing to give me a time. That's what I see the outcome as.
Oh, okay. She's trying to get out
She
of
told me... well, she told me just before this interview in Discord, well, you just named the time and place. Okay, then. Okay.
I think that was yesterday in Discord, but nobody's looking at the timestamps.
It was 5 minutes ago to me.
Yeah. So, what are your views on the current standings here behind you? You guys are currently in second after that win you guys got on Quarry against us this week.
Yeah. Well, I will say that technically we should be further ahead than that.
Never.
But that's a sore subject, and we won't go into that.
we should be too.
That's a pity point,
Yeah, I know. But hey, who knows what the points will look like at the end of the season? I just might have to work some magic here.
I'm fully expecting the second half of the season to be a wild run of games where the West just stomps everybody and comes back to win.
That's our
But that's
strategy.
because Dwayne has issued that every game from here on out will be on Quarry.
Yes, snipers only, no shotguns. Actually, that reminds me. I gotta line up my game against 2DK. We're playing capture the flag on Quarry 1v1 challenge.
A 1v1 capture the flag. Wow.
On Quarry.
Ouch.
But it's big enough that.
Are you sure we can't? Are you sure that for a 1v1 we can't use the custom rooms and film that one?
I included that in my challenge on the custom rooms, so we have those spawns right on top of each other. Otherwise, it'd be too easy.
Well, I will.
I
will be there, fitted out, and ready to go.
Yeah. All right. So now tell us a bit more about FSO. What you got going on over there these days?
Well, it's actually quite a bit, and I'll tell you what I can. I can tell you that I've been working on getting everything up and going now for 8 months. Probably beginning of the last original Paintball League season. Was when I first started taking it seriously that I'm going to do this and it's no give up. It's going to go. We're going to do it. There's a couple things that have been put off and we've grown and changed direction a few times. It's been that long. As of right now, I've almost got the basic web pages done for all the leagues, and we'll be posting those hopefully here either this week or next week.
Nice.
Then we start work on the big scheduling and statistic engine that we want to build.
Oh God, that's going to be the fun. Because that's always going to rely on user input until the games get to a point where they can have some sort of output that works. Yeah.
Well, we've got some ideas in that line, and it's probably not going to be perfect, but it'd be a lot better than just having the entry person sit there all day and do it.
Yep. Yeah. That's manually sitting there on the spreadsheet, and come in here and manually edit all these guys.
Right. Well, let me just quickly lay out the basic vision for FSO, and where we are now, where we'd like to be, some of our midterm goals, and then I'll hint you into what our long-term goal is.
All right.
So, some people when I started it said, "What, you're trying to go in, merge all the leagues and take over?" And I'm like, no. The intention is not to go in and knock you out of running the teleport league, or take Joshy out of the paintball league.
On the flip side, if we did have dedicated managers to run leagues, that would be a great thing.
I know, right?
But yeah, they all might veer away a bit from their original starts.
The point right now is we have something like 6 or 7 actual leagues in Rec Room. And that's even including Stunt Runner, I know. But
somebody created the league for that. My big
actually, like bowling, there was probably about a dozen leagues when it first started.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. Is there actually an official league for bowling yet, or is that just all the people on the tablets doing the auto strikes the whole time?
I think they all died out like after the first month.
Yeah.
But
kind of like the racquetball.
But I didn't even know about racquetball.
That was one of the best games when it first started. But
wow,
I don't even know if it's still here anymore. I have not seen it.
It is. I played a game yesterday.
Oh, okay.
First time in nearly a year and a half, maybe 2 years, I played a game. I was like, I'm going to go see if I can find it.
Did you actually play against yourself, or did somebody join the game?
No, somebody came in.
Oh.
Somebody came in and played.
I used to remember.
I was really surprised.
They used to make you play that when you first started. Sometimes you'd sit there for half an hour.
They got rid of the glitches.
Yeah, yep. Get rid of it all.
They got rid of. If there was a game they were going to fix the glitches on, why not that one? Sorry, guys, I had to get a rub in there somewhere. Any devs? I'm just kidding. I'm kidding. Somewhat, kind of.
Well, we got a special thank you as well for the signs there we were talking about. I did a little bit to add to the video of that there coming up, but it's fair. Walkers get auto run and we get a sign.
Oh, but that sign has caused a lot of controversy. I've at least it distracts them from yelling and cursing me out for a few minutes because they're
trying to read the sign.
They're bitching about the sign and wondering why is that even necessary. Well, that's why it's necessary.
Well, it is good because a lot of kids don't realize they can teleport. Like, legitimately, you do get those questions. How are you teleporting? When you tell them the teleport button, their head explodes. Like, what are you talking about?
And then most of them try it and say, nope, I'm never doing that again.
Yep. Yeah, exactly. So
because it takes a lot of practice. It's hard. Okay, back to we're getting off subject. Sorry. So basically, what I'm trying to do right now is to get all the leagues together. We share some of the same community, but not all. Yeah. And if VR is going to take its place in esports, where it rightfully belongs, honestly, even on top of League of Legends and all those people sitting in front of a monitor just clacking away, VR deserves to be esports, you know?
Yeah, that's where it's going, I think, if enough people get into it.
If enough people get into it. And that's part of FSO's goal. Our whole reason for being is to try and bring as much of the communities together, form a larger body, which in turn will help us get more visibility, bring in new blood. I'm trying to do the same thing right now with the officials and the streamers.
The stream team there.
I'm trying to put together a group of streamers and officials who don't just officiate for the paintball league or the laser tag league, but for all the leagues. And they might still play on the leagues, but when they're officials, they're not acting in the capacity of that specific league. They're a party in and of their own, a third party kind of separate them out a little more. Plus, we're going to try and stream to the same channel. So one dedicated channel, now they can stream to, I think right now, their own as well.
Yeah.
Because it's got to be mutually beneficial, of course.
Yeah.
But we're going to try and push people to the same channel so that we can get more viewership, which will get us more visibility on the boards for Twitch. It's real hard right now unless you have over 100 viewers to get.
I was watching, what was it, the new launch of Apex Legends there, Season 4, after their first year. They were paying streamers in the millions to stream that game on launch day. And it actually beat out, what was that other horrible game? It's that other third person.
Is it the one that's Wreck Royale but Pancake?
Yeah, that one that, what's all those noobs playing? Fortnite.
Yeah, I think I've heard of it.
They beat out Fortnite for the streaming use.
Why somebody would want to take Wreck Royale and just turn it into a pancake game, I have no idea.
I don't know who thought that game up. I don't even know why people play it still, but I guess it's out there. Anyways, so where do you see the future here? Like, are we?
Well, I see the future. Well, I don't think we'll ever leave Rec Room.
No.
But I want us to leave Rec Room.
Yeah.
In other words,
as they come out.
Yes. Matter of fact, there's one in development right now that I can already tell you we are going to be expanding to.
Nice.
I'm working on the plans right now, and matter of fact, when I started planning out the course for FSO and doing our roadmap, part of my roadmap originally consisted of us building our own platform that could be a controlled, stable environment so that like a pro league could operate on without... Well, stable meaning, people aren't playing on it day-to-day public, matches. It's a controlled environment. Now, there might be a different server that, that's where we experiment, and that's where, day-to-day games go on, but the official games would be on the controlled environment.
Okay.
Where in the middle of the season, you're not going to have a flag glitch suddenly pop from halfway across the map.
Yeah, or just the other random changes.
Look, I'm a developer. I know it happens.
Yeah, and
you can't.
We're doing this all in a game that's in beta, so changes are inevitable and
it's constantly evolving. And I never have seen the code, but I envision that it's all kind of tied together a bit rather than standing on its own sort of component level.
That would
where it could be separated. So if something in Wreck
Royale
Royale breaks, it's going to break something in paintball. Yeah. I have a bone to pick right now, guys. But I won't do that right now. I'm sorry.
I'm sure it's on.
I worked a long time. No, actually, I didn't. I haven't posted it anywhere. I'm not one of those guys that goes and starts.
No,
posting.
I meant
you'll hear me on my stream.
All right.
You'll hear me on my stream say something tongue-in-cheek every once in a while, but that's just because I love the game too much to let it slide.
Yeah, and I do pick on walkers from time to time, but that's only because they deserve it.
Hey, it's not walking. It's not walking. We have nothing against walking.
No, walking's fine. All right, so let's wrap her up here. Thanks for coming.
Yep, sorry.
Here's his and expanding FSO, and I guess we'll see you on the field in the weeks coming up here.
I'm looking forward to it. Hey, thanks for having me.
No, any trash talk for the East Division there? Yeah?
The South will rise. It's getting a little chilly up in the north and northeast, isn't it?
All right.
We might have to come warm it up a bit.
Check it all out this week in Classic Teleport Paintball League action.